Okay. Today I'm going to show you one way that I'm staying sane in an insane world. And it's not real difficult. It's called inversion. Okay. So hopefully you can see me. Let's see. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay, so this is not a lot of angle, but it's about a medium angle. And what it does is it releases everything that was tensioned from being upright. Your body is upright most of the time, other than when you're sleeping, you're level. When you're sleeping, that gives a degree of relief from your body because it's not upright. But that is not good enough. The reason it's not good enough is because it's not creating the opposite experience, the opposite way that you normally are. The only way to get balance in life is to do the opposite things. And this is a wooden plank that I created. It's a wooden board that's 2 feet wide and 7 feet long. It's got support on the back of it. It's got a framework support on the back of it. And I put the end of it on my massage table because that makes it easy to raise up and down because it's an electric massage table. So I'll show you that now. Ooh. Okay, so there's the pedal. And if I want it to go higher, I go like that. If I want it to go lower, I can go like that. Now, obviously, y'all don't have electric massage tables, so it's not as cool / convenient. But I just wanted to show that to you anyway, just to show off. You can put the end of yours. You can put the end of yours on a sturdy chair or 2 chairs. If you want, you could make this wider. You could make it like 30 inches wide if you're a big, fat person. And I'm not like making fun of fat people. I'm just saying that if you're a wide, fat person, you probably need a wider one of these. But you got to have a rubber mat on the top of it. And the reason for that is because your tailbone's got to stick. Your tailbone has got to stick to the rubber. And what that does is it creates traction. Traction is a spreading apart. Traction is the spreading apart of something. In this case, your body. And when your tailbone is stuck to the rubber, that creates a back traction, especially a low back traction. And that's exactly what you need, because when your body is upright like this, all of the weight of your whole body is compressing down on these vertebrae. And these vertebrae are made to be compressed down on, and the discs in between them, they're bigger. If you look at an anatomy chart, you'll see that these discs down here and vertebrae are a lot bigger than the ones up here. These are just little ones. These have to be bigger because like they've evolved over God knows how many thousands of years to be able to hold your body up. But nowadays, now you understand that if you invert yourself and create a traction on your back, then that gives relief to the whole thing. It's also giving relief to your mind. This is so important. You can do this on a hill outside in the summertime. Right now the grass is kind of wet outside, and also that's another thing to think about. Like, do you want to do it inside or do you want to do it outside? So since I've created a board for myself, I have the option. That's what you want. You want to be able to have the option to invert yourself inside or outside. And some of you might ask, well, is it okay to go ahead and like go on Amazon and buy an inversion table? Yes, it is, but that's not creating attraction from your sacrum. It's creating attraction from your ankles because it holds you at your ankles. Now, you could put a yoga mat on your inversion table and you only flip yourself so far. Those inversion tables, if you buy a good one, they'll have different ways. Like you can turn yourself completely over or you can turn yourself on different angles. But I kind of like this because, I don't know, it's simple and it's natural. And you know, I like natural things. And I don't know, I just like a mild inversion. I like a mild inversion. So I'll show you what I do. I put my ankles over the end a little bit, and that creates better traction because my calves are touching the rubber too. See, my calves are also touching the rubber if I put my ankles over the end, over the edge. And so I also wrap the rubber over the edge so that it's more comfortable. Then I just lay down on it like that. And if I want my tailbone to really stick to the rubber, then I can make skin on it like that, so that it's just skin right on rubber. So now what's happening? My arms, I can put my arms out like that. That's why I made this 7 foot long, so that I can put my arms all the way out like that. What's that doing? When I'm sitting upright, my arms are hanging to my sides, and they're dragging down on these muscles. And when those muscles are being dragged upon, how do they feel? Hard and tight. How do these muscles feel right now that I'm inverted? Ding, ding, ding. They're soft. Do you know why? Because the weight of my arms is not dragging them down. The weight of my arms, gravity, is not dragging these muscles down. Not only that, all of these muscles, my obliques, my abdominals, my chest muscles, my back muscles, All of those muscles have been given relief now. The whole thing has been given an amazing degree of relief. And blood is flowing more to my head now. And it's easier for my heart to pump blood going this way now. And so the blood is wanting to go with gravity more this way instead of that way. It's amazing when you turn everything over. Think about like one of those hourglasses. Remember that soap opera, The Days of Our Lives? And so are the days of our lives. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. So, they had an hourglass on there. What happens when you turn an hourglass over? Do you know what an hourglass is? It's a glass thing that has sand in it, and after, this is how they would determine an hour back in hundreds of years ago. After the sand had gone all the way from one side of the hourglass to the other side of the hourglass, it had been an hour. When you turn things over, the point is that when you turn things over, you get a new dimension. No? You get things going back in a different way. So my digestive system and your digestive system, when they're hanging down all the time, especially if they've been fed the wrong foods, the digestive system will get prolapsed, okay? A prolapse is just that. It's hanging down. So your transverse colon will be like, instead of like a normal curve like that, it'll be like this. Woo! That's because it was full of burgers and pizza and Coca-Cola, etc., junk food. And it gets all flabby and expanded and full of parasites and mucoid plaque. And so one of the things that you do to recondition your digestive system, as well as all your muscles, everything, is you turn the whole effing thing over. Okay? You turn the whole freaking thing over so that it gives relief to everything. But you don't just turn it over. You have to manipulate it with your hands. When you're flipped over like this and everything has been given relief, then you will feel certain places that are screaming, hey, don't just turn me over, massage me too. You will feel places in your body that have now created, like you've exposed the tension areas. You've exposed the bad areas by turning everything upside down. When you do that, then you start to give it attention. And when you give it attention, you will probably feel that it's tight and sore. Then you know, now you know mentally, oh, that's exactly what I needed. That is exactly what I needed. And so you start massaging that intestine, that upper or ascending intestine. And then you start massaging your transverse colon and your descending. And amazingly, after you get up from here, you'll probably burp, and then you'll need to go take a crap. It's amazing. But your muscles will feel better too. And while you're here, you can do various yoga stretches too. You can do that. And squeeze. You can do this and stretch. Point, flex, point, flex, extend, flex. I hope I'm not the only one doing this. Flex, extend, flex, point. And breathe, and breathe. You can roll it around too. Can you see that? You can't even see that. There. Are all the birdies out there? You'll notice that I'm not watching the news, because if I did that, I'd be depressed. What I'm doing is I'm getting myself stronger. Let's see if anybody is watching me. Woo, don't stand up too fast or you'll get dizzy. 10 people are watching me. This valuable video is brought to you by brettsnaturalhealth.com. Right now I have about 18 or 19 wooden spine rollers that need to be sold. And they're all on sale for $10 to $25 off, depending on the size of them. And I have just about every single size. So you should really consider getting a wooden spine roller, because that is just about as important as inversion. Hello, Eastern Therapeutic. Hey, Meatwad. I'm glad that you love me. If you love me, I love you too. And I love your meatwads. Whatever that is. Hey, Aqua Blue. Hey, Joe. Crystal, you already said hi once. Okay, so yes, I am really benefiting from inverting. Okay, so here's what I would say if you guys want to make yourself an inversion board. What you could do is go over to the hardware store and buy yourself a sheet of plywood. If you go to Home Depot, they will cut it for you. And they will cut it to whatever width that you want it to be. I would recommend anywhere from 24 inches wide, if you're a tall, skinny dude like me, to 36 inches wide. 36 would be for some. If you're an obese person, you should probably get a thicker plywood and put thicker bracing on the back of it. If you're a thinner person, you could get away with a thinner bracing on the back of it. But what you need to do is put like some kind of sturdy bracing on the back of it so that when you lay on the board, it's going to be sturdy. But no matter what, this winter is not going to be easy. I will tell you right out in front, no doubt about it in my mind, that it's going to be more and more and more important for everyone that wants to stay healthy to focus on their health and not focus on humanity as much as you possibly can. And if you do focus on humanity, only focus on good/beneficial things. Because humans have to go through a whole lot of change. And they're still in complete denial. And if you do watch the news, if you go to check in just to see what's going on with the news, I guarantee you are not going to find any interviews with anybody in any way, shape, or form like me. If they allowed me onto the news, I would create a ravenous hell in our world. I would tell the public exactly what they may or may not need to hear, but some of them, a very small percentage of them, would love it. They would absolutely love what I had to say on the news. But about 95%, probably more like 98%, about 98% of the population would crap their pants. That's what would happen. And so, do not expect to see anything therapeutic from anyone on any kind of a mainstream outlet for humans. And nothing, zero, zero. All they want is quick fix BS. Quick fix BS from the CDC. So I want to thank you so much for joining me. And once again, I have about 18 or 19 wooden spine rollers. They're beautiful, beautiful massage tools, and they are ready for you to use. From brettsnaturalhealth.com. The link is in the description box down below. They're all on sale for $10 to $25 off. And I would love to send one to you right now so that you can crack and massage your back every single effing day. Thanks for joining me. Bye.